these guys a lot, and they're all basically playing what they normally play. But yeah, it looks like they're obviously not going to be going for the no medic bonus because they do have the medic on Jenny. So I have nothing else to say. I just wanted to give you guys a quick chance to add something, and then I think we can get this going.
I'm just ready to get into it, and I want to see what they're going to do, honestly. There's not much room to speculate, I feel.
Same.
Yeah, same. I've seen them all play these same perks as their main, and they're phenomenal at it. I'm a little nervous as another team, but I wish them all the best.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be really fun. Like I said, I was told, I don't know any real details at all, but I was just told in private that apparently we should be expecting something really cool. So I'm very excited to see. I'm going to go ahead and give them the okay then, and we should be going live in just a moment here. All right, there we go. So we should be seeing them readying up in a second here, and we'll get to find out what it is that they've got in store for us. I'm assuming, by the way, too, just like while we're waiting for them to ready up, I'm assuming they're going to use the Jittery Joe's hold again. That's pretty much where everybody's done this this hold at, because it's just this. I think it's the safest hold in the map, honestly.
I don't know, maybe so, but I really do enjoy, even though it has its small issues, I really do enjoy the hold in the was it like the lower area, with the bathroom with the blown out doors.
Yeah, that one's also pretty good. So we have gone live here, and
that Tamari made.
Oh yeah, the one upstairs. I like that one.
Yes, I love that one. But
I would love to see them use that.
All right, looks like everybody's in positions. Wolf took a lot of damage all of a sudden.
Oh, he's got a clot behind him too. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I was so scared, dude, that clot was going to get in his way, and then the Gorfian was going to finish him off. But I think Master was going to help him out either way, so...
Almost unfortunate there.
Yeah.
Does one of you guys want to take a moment to explain the bonuses in the scoring system while we have... Because Wave 1's pretty chill. We can probably take some time to talk about that.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
Okay.
So, we have the time bonus, which is basically their time to par and so forth. And was it like you lose 1 point for every second under par or over par?
No, you gain 1 point for every second under the par.
Well, oh yeah, okay. And the health bonus, which is at 600, goes down depending on who die or doesn't who die. I'm messing this up.
You're good, man.
Yeah. So it goes down on every death, all the way down to 0, and then it doesn't go any further. Then you have the objective bonuses, which are 200 points each for every objective they decide to do, and the benefit is, more points, but also they have to complete it entirely. They can't just do halvesies like you can normal objective points.
Yeah.
And then finally, something they're not doing is the no medic bonus, which is a 1.5 times multiplier at the end of the score on whatever they get, which is considerable. Our last team tried to do that, and they almost had it. Oh, they were so close.
It was a really close run. It's definitely... Oh, Code's really low here. Ooh, that was close. Code almost going down to a Gorfian right there. I did the little helicopter attack.
Yeah.
Very
that
close.
Was really close, but I also saw that he backed up behind... Who's with him? I can't see. Oh, it looks like Diamond Dog's laning with him. So Ryan actually got in front of that Gorfian. So even if he did... even if they hadn't killed it in time, Ryan would have taken the brunt of the attack. So that was a good heads-up play.
Yeah, that was good recovery. Good strategy on that part.
And also, while we were talking about all that stuff with the scoring, we did have them take out a Scrake, and that was a really solid kill. Wave 1 Scrakes are kind of underrated, or under. I keep messing this up.
Not unappreciated.
Underappreciated?
No, underestimated. That's the word I wanted to say. They're underestimated. I think I've done that mistake like 5 times already today. They're underestimated.
Between the three of us, we'll get it.
We'll get it done.
No, I think everybody's having a little bit of a stroke right now.
It's okay. But yeah, Wave 1 Scrakes can actually be quite intimidating because you only have tier 1 weapons, right? So the fact that they got that down that quickly is pretty good. And we do see our first objective here in this lower area. I think this is the section you were talking about, right, Nick?
Yeah, this was.
And they're going to be going for it, yeah. And this is really cool, because this is actually what Yolomancers did last tournament. They also were basing their strategy around the objective. So it looks like I was in fact right that they are going to be doing the same thing again this time. And so that's going to be really cool because no one's actually really like gone for the objectives. Yeah. So no doubt they've practiced these, and I'm sure they have strategies for all of them. That's probably what they were telling me about, that they were alluding to. So, like Nick said a little bit ago, just to kind of clarify some more on what he was talking about with scoring, the team will receive 200 points if they manage to complete this objective in its entirety. And right now, they're already making some pretty good progress, so already a fifth of the way through.
Nice thing is, if they somehow kill enough and complete it and the wave's still going, they can leave at any point.
Yeah, indeed, they can back out if they need to, but they do have to keep in mind that there is a chance when you do that let's say you walk out of the zone and you end up having to kite or something, you can get to a point where there aren't enough Zeds left in the wave to finish the objective. So they're gonna want to try to stay in this as long as they possibly can.
Oh no, I said after they were done.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. My apologies.
But yeah, the nice thing is this objective is probably going to be incredibly easy to do. It's only wave 2, and everybody's got a decent gun.
They're spread out nicely, complementing each other.
Oh yeah. Nice freeze.
A couple of calm strikes.
Yeah, nice freeze going out on that FP, but right now they've all rotated to help out in the bathroom there. There is a QP sneaking up behind them right now. But Diamond Dog got right on that.
Oh, aggro swap.
Yeah.
Aggro swap on the code. Oh, they need to freeze this. There we go. Nice. That was a little bit dangerous there.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh, poor Diamond.
That was very unfortunate right there. I'm pretty sure that QP was trying to hit code and Ryan was just in the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that FP just came out and Hulk slammed him.
So the objective is complete now, so they have earned that 200 points. Unfortunately, they suffered a death there, so they did lose 100 points, but they still made a net profit, so they can leave if they want to, and they may opt to do that perhaps, but I'm not sure yet. The wave is almost over, so.
Well, it's not like it's other hold spots where it's a terrible place to be, so this spot is honestly fine. They should be okay.
Yeah.
Looks like there's good comms too. They're grouping up together, helping each other while one stays
That's
behind.
great. And the larges are being a little bit, yeah, they can't choose who they want to go after today. They're like aggro swapping like crazy, like in all the matches. That's really dangerous when that happens. Like I said, I think Ryan was just kind of like an unfortunate casualty there. I think Diamond Dog, I keep saying Ryan, I'm so used to calling him that. Diamond Dog was unfortunately in the wrong place at the wrong time there, and he just kind of took the brunt of that attack. And another unfortunate thing about that might not be very obvious is that he's going to have to come over here to pick up that gun. So that's going to waste a little bit of time, right? And again, as Nick was talking about earlier and when we started this match, they do get bonus points for time. The faster they complete the match under that green par time in the upper left corner of the screen, the more points they get. But right now, they're going to have to waste a bit of time going over and picking it up. Actually, it looks like Code is trying to get the gun for Ryan, which is really cool, but I think he's got his DP on. He's got to turn that off. It looks like he gave up on it. Yeah, so Ryan is going to go grab his gun. So that does waste a bit of time, but it's okay because all the trader pods are open, so they just ran to this trader instead. But yeah, that's our first objective completed, and there are 6 objectives in this match, so that's 1 out of 6 done. It'd be really cool if they did all of them.
I'll be impressed.
We will see. Yeah,
man, that's going to be tough on the other waves, especially when you're in a really good hold spot and people have already died.
Yeah,
like I'm going to go ahead and guess they're taking the cafe objective. Maybe the upstairs. We'll see.
I was going to say, I think the only one that I can... I mean, I don't know for sure, obviously, right? Because I wasn't there to watch or anything, but if I had to guess which one they probably won't do, it's probably going to be the one Wave 10. Because the Wave 10 one is kind of insane. It's pretty hard. I'm not going to lie.
Is it the one that's in front of the beer brewery thing?
I don't know like what's next to it, but it's actually like right above the hold. It's not the one that's like at the drop, but it's the one by the monolith or whatever that thing is that gives you the buff.
Ah, I see.
That's the one that's going to be on Wave 10, and that one's actually really hard, so I would not be surprised if they didn't go for it at all. Let's see, I hear some Skrakes, and I'm trying to find them right now, but we're in Z time, so I'm flying at like...
Really good timing on the extensions there by TBG.
Double FP coming off the top rope. Knowing them, they're probably going straight for Wolf.
Oh, there they are. I was trying to find them for like 10 seconds there. Yeah, they are going to be going to the back lane, it looks like. But do they have a Sharp over there? No, they don't have a Sharp.
Oh, sorry. They got Void and Diamond Dog.
Yeah, so one thing that I thought I would mention that I think is that's, well, not that I think, but what's different is what I meant to say from between this match and the last match we watched earlier, is that the last team that went Thick Snack King 69, they actually had 2 Sharps, and they had a Sharp on each lane, so that each lane could just, you know, take care of freezing their own larges. But right now, where Code and Diamond Dog are at, they don't have a sharpshooter there, so when things start to get kind of crazy, they're going to need to call for backup from Topwolf, who's right now in the front lane. That will require a bit of extra communication.
The nice thing is, since Diamond Dog is playing support, they really don't have to worry about quarter pounds at all.
Yeah, my bad. It was actually it wasn't TSG. It was actually the Chainsaw Enthusiasts who had the 2 sharpshooters, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks for clarifying that, Elmo. Yeah, so far this is pretty standard for the most part. It's the first couple waves of ASL V3 are not too bad. It's really what, like wave 6 or 7 or so where the big ramp up occurs. So I don't foresee, like, that last death on wave 1 was honestly a bit unlucky. I don't really foresee stuff like that happening too often, just because I know these players and I know that they're all pretty good, and they've no doubt practiced this a lot. So I'm sure they're just like, I mean, I would hope anyway that they're not letting that get to them.
No, it looks like they're communicating well and just chilling out, relaxing, talking about how their day went.
Max and all cool.
I knew you were going to say that.
Shooting some b-ball outside at the pool.
I knew you were going to say that. I know you too well.
I can't resist the Bel Air quote.
Right now there is one flush pan on the front lane that's kind of, he's seen them earlier, so he might time rage here, but I think they're going to get them in time. Yeah, they ended up getting them in time.
Ooh, got the hit though, but luckily he was already hemoed, so that hit basically did nothing.
Yeah, so actually, I think this is a good chance for me to talk about the Hemogoblin. So the Hemogoblin overall, I feel like is a pretty underappreciated medic weapon. The debuffs are just so good. You can basically make a flesh pound walk when enraged if you stack that with like other sources of slowdown like ice or headshots from Skullcracker if you're playing Gunslinger, that kind of stuff. And on top of all of that, it makes the largest deal less damage, right? But however, we have actually changed the Hemogoblin for this tournament, and we made the healing output match that of the 4-1. So it is going to make it a bit harder to use, but knowing Jenny and knowing what kind of a medic player she is, that's actually one of her favorite weapons. So not a surprise to me, at least, that she's using it. And I know how good she is with it, too, so I can expect that she's going to be using that to debuff practically every large that walks in. And also, one last thing, that's also going to lend itself to helping them do these objective holds, because it does slow the Zeds down, right? So
yeah,
when they have like an onslaught of Scrakes coming, they're going to be able to slow them down and get more time to kill them. So speaking of objectives, they're going to do that next one.
That's interesting. She's got the new sharpshooter-esque medic weapon.
Oh yeah, she's using the Corruptor Carbine. You're right, I just noticed that. The Carbine is actually the only unbanned medic weapon that can do AoE healing. So I'm assuming she's buying that to use it for the gas clouds, which is actually not a bad idea for the objectives.
They have nobody watching the restaurant and shop side.
You're right, they don't. I wonder if that's because they might have actually realized maybe in their practice that if you stand like in the formation they have now that nothing spawns there, perhaps?
Right, that's what I'm wondering.
I feel like that's what it has to be almost. There are some
crawlers, a lot of crawlers coming behind them.
Yes, there's that, and there's also quite a bit of larges on Topwolf's lane right now. I think you might be able to get them down if you throw some trees, but
there's that little bit of trash that we would get when we were over
in
this
here
area.
They come.
Crawlers. But Jenny's on that through a medic grenade to stop that. It's a good heads-up play.
Ooh, Code the Void taking a big hit.
They unfortunately re-rates that flesh pound right there. So for those who aren't sure, like don't know what happened there, right after the flesh pound hits a target, if you immediately shoot him, he will just immediately rage and skip the rage animation, and that can result in extra damage. And that's unfortunately what just happened there. But that was probably a mistake because, like I said, I know these players really well, and they don't normally do stuff like that. Already coming up on 60% of the objectives, so they're looking to get this completed pretty soon here.
No, I believe they'll get it pretty easily.
Yeah, this one's honestly not too bad either. This is a pretty, I wouldn't say free, but it's definitely one of the safer objectives for sure.
That and couple
It's a-
that with their experience and playing with each other, the way they're playing together, I think they're having no problems.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's definitely a comfortable hold. I would be comfortable in this hold.
Yeah, for sure. I would absolutely do this as well if I were playing. I would. This one to me feels like almost a free one, especially because if they have the kite, let's say they like just can't hold it or something, they have a really great entry point into the kite route from here. So
Even multiple entry points, you would say, because they could drop off or continue forward.
exactly, yeah. But yeah, they did get the objective done. That's another 200 points again.
Ooh, Husk in the rear. Let's hope somebody sees it.
Our master looks like he already notices. He's just got to get that shot. There he goes. He got it. Great attention on their part there. I'm not sure if he saw it or if someone called it out, but very good situational awareness right there. And speaking of that same spot, there's a flush pound there, and I was on another husk, and I don't know if they've noticed that yet.
And Top just melted that scrape easily.
Yeah, great stuff there. Ooh, 3 flush pounds up right now.
Oh, wonderful freeze by Top.
Yeah, I would expect no less. Top is a really
goodness.
solid sharpshooter player.
He's probably one of the oldest members in the group right now.
That guy's been around for so long. Kind of crazy, actually. And there's wave 4. So
Easy peasy.
honestly, just such a solid wave. And I think this is the one that, was it Boris that brought it up? My apologies if I forgot, but someone was talking about the cafe objective.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we do have that one coming up.
I think me and Elmo were talking about how Boris was holding in it solo, and we thought he could get it all.
I thought about it, and then I
Yeah.
heard all those rages of the FPs. I was like, oh no. But I think they're going to go for it on this objective.
Oh man, this is going to be very weird.
This one's definitely a lot harder than the other ones they've done because of this, not only the space obviously being small, but there's so many entrances into this
Yeah.
this restaurant here. So
Jenny's also very far away from the front team, so if they have issues, she's going to have to be moving.
for sure. Am I missing some members of their team? Are they? Yeah, it looks like our master's actually not even in the zone.
Yeah,
That's
2 are up front with the 2-4 split.
Okay, I really like this. This is super cool. what they're
Yeah,
doing.
isn't it?
This is super cool what they're doing right now. So what they've done here is they've realized that you don't actually need all of the players in the team in the zone. So because of this, they've put some other players on the side to force Zeds to go over there, and therefore away from the rest of the team. That's really smart.
A lot of larges coming in, but thanks to the Z time, they are just
melting them.
Yep.
Yep, and to further go along with what I just said, they also conveniently, one of those players that's not in the zone is the commando, so that means that he doesn't have to worry about anybody stealing his extensions amidst the chaos. So that's a super cool thing that they're doing here. I really like that.
But man, there is a lot going on.
Oh, they raised that FP before the freeze could go off, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter. They ended up getting him down.
Yeah, in the same amount of time as a freeze grenade would be.
For sure. Those are just minor mistakes, though, that like they have to be careful about, because later on in the game, when it's more hectic, those kind of things can make all the difference.
Jenny is definitely using those special healing darts.
Yeah, the AoE is just keeping them held and blowing up the trash. Really keeping it clean.
Yeah, the carbine is actually a pretty good gun, but you know, obviously one of the main drawbacks is you can't, you know, once you shoot something and the gas cloud goes off, you can't like move it or anything. So you have to place it perfectly. It's all about shot placement. Yeah, she's
we got
rocking it real well right now.
A couple of FPs in the front. Looks like they're going to melt it during Z time.
We're up to almost 70%. So I'm hoping they still have enough kills to actually complete it.
Oh, that was freaking awesome. That was such great Z
They
time right there
just
from TBG.
manhandled them.
TBG had perfect target prioritization, excuse me, during that Z time. He even got the husk in the background thanks to the
Boy,
FAL.
taking some hits.
And then Master actually prepped that flush pound for him, so he managed to get an extension off the flush pound body as well, which is also great. Some awesome stuff coming out here from these guys. Looks like Master and TBG actually rejoined the team, and I reckon they did that because they're probably realizing that they're running out of Zeds in the wave,
Yeah.
and they want to get more kills in the zone so they can get this objective locked in.
Yeah.
But they do have a triple FP on the front lane where the commando was.
Oh.
They need to get on this.
Oh, looks like they are.
Yeah.
They can't move, right? They got to stay in the zone. So
And just got 100%.
there they go. Yeah, now they can leave if they want to.
Oh, it just
my
bullied
God.
them down. Oh my
Before they
goodness.
could even get close enough.
Great stuff there. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really like that was super cool. Like I'm honestly like kind of in awe over that strategy.
It's always nice watching support takedowns from a third-person view.
Good stuff that wave. That was a really good wave.
That was very well done and handled. I really do enjoy the split they had there.
I'm actually just so excited that people have noticed that you don't need everybody in the zone, and people are leveraging that. That's so cool because that was definitely on purpose on my part, but it's just no one's ever taken advantage of that, and now they have. So that's super awesome. That could actually be something that could be meta defining, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Oh man, this hold. Oh.
Oh, I love this hold. I love this hold. But if they get in those doors, it gets tight quick.
Yeah, the sight line is very low here, right? When the Zeds actually do arrive, they're right in your face already, so their decision making has to be on point here. And also, one other thing about this hold, so in this version of the map, the window behind where Jenny XJ9 is currently standing is actually open, and they can drop out of that window. However, doing so will incur about 45 to 50 damage of fall damage. So if they do have to leave, they need to make sure they're healed up.
And I'm assuming she's going to just chuck a health grenade right at that window so they can get healed up on the way out, if that happens.
Yeah.
Looks like they're sort of corner peeking the doors to get a bit of room on the view.
Did I also mention that their time is kind of insane right now? We're already on wave 6 and it's only 15 minutes. This is actually kind of insane.
Yeah, it really is.
DBG kind of pushing out a bit too far if he wants to keep getting those the objective points.
I'm guessing he's going to dip in and out as needed.
I like his positioning, though, to his credit, because if Z time does go off, he's right next to the door, so he can actually peek and make it out there.
And make it, yeah.
Right? So I know what he's trying to do, or at least I think I know what he's trying to do. But you're right, though. He probably shouldn't be peeking early. Also, not for the zone, but also for time rage sake. Right?
Yeah.
Flush Pounds see him out there, then they're going to rage before they come in, and that's not good.
The alt fire on the Corruptor Caravan is going to be very useful here if she gets some shots off.
Actually, you guys, I was thinking, do you guys want to maybe kick it over to a war room and like listen to how they're taking this hold, perhaps?
Yeah, sure.
I haven't done an early one yet. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go over there.
I hear a pound left.
2 left.
Yep.
Freezing.
Dude,
Horses that time.
Dude,
absolutely amazing. Fantastic.
Reloading.
Hold on.
Oh,
Going
nice
for
rage
the
skip.
I got the rage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, never
No,
mind, he's
I'm
going
gonna
in.
freeze it.
Nice.
Sorry, I mean, I'm back.
Break down on the ground. I got him. Reloading. Nade spam.
Pound rate.
Scrake left. Scrake
Delete
left.
this.
2 Scrakes left.
You're debuffed.
Oh shit.
Pound
One's
inside, pound inside, pound inside.
Oh yeah, he was right next to me. I didn't even notice.
Scrake and a pound.
Good freeze. Kill the pound.
Take the...
Oh, you got the Scrake already? That was fast.
Yeah.
He was frozen and then he was dead.
Where is he now?
Gone.
In pieces.
that
No,
Look at Houdini,
Gone.
bro.
6 feet under. Almost time to drop.
Objective
no, hold.
complete.
Don't drop.
We don't need to. We hold.
Yeah, very impressive stuff coming out. There's such good communication, right? No one's talking over each other. The comms are clear, and they made this objective hold look effortless. The Corruptor Carbine is really coming in clutch here for these objectives. So that's
You could hear the calmness in their voice. Nobody's stressing out. Nobody worried. They're just baking down everything in their path.
Yeah, they sound like they're having a lot of fun, which is great. Because the nerves honestly can really make or break the game. And it's really easy to get rattled in these kind of circumstances, you know?
Yeah. But that hold was easy.
They made it look so simple, honestly. That's going to be, again, like I said, yet another 200 points. So we're up to 800 points of objective bonus points. That's insane. That's the highest we've seen so far.
Oh yeah.
I think one team, correct me if I'm wrong, did try to do one objective, but no one's ever tried to go for 2 or more. So awesome stuff coming out here from Yolomancers.
Oh, these poor Scrags.
Yeah, poor Scrag. They just had no chance.
And I'm just impressed. To me, it sounded like they haven't even broken a sweat yet. They're just getting started.
They've been practicing this run a lot, from what I understand. So, yeah, I'm not surprised at all that they're so calm and collected. And that's honestly good. Like I said, they can keep themselves centered and not. I'm sure stuff could always go wrong, right? There's a lot of, as much as we try to reduce the randomness factor in the game, there's still lots of things that could happen that could throw things into disarray. But knowing the caliber of these players, and especially of their field medic, they should have a pretty good chance of making it out of those situations if they occur. But so far, man, if they just continue like this, dude, they're gonna end up with. They're at 3,700 right now, right? 1,800 points of health bonus going into wave 7. That's nuts. So
I'm just dying at that bind.
yeah, she always uses that bind. Yeah, absolutely insane stuff here, though.
Oh, what? There's no more objectives? Aw.
I think the next one is on wave 8, if I'm not mistaken. Wave 8 and wave 10, but I could be wrong there. My memory is a bit fuzzy on that.
And their time is just insane. I can't believe we're on wave 7 already.
And it's only 20 minutes, and they did objectives.
Well, actually, this is also something that's probably not very apparent when you, at least to most people. Like, it definitely wasn't to me when I learned about it, but it's actually faster in terms of overall time to hold in positions like that office that they ran last wave, because the visibility is so limited there that the Zeds are able to spawn practically right outside of the door.
Yeah.
So actually, if they want to improve their time, that's actually the best way to hold, is actually to choose bad spots like that on purpose. So my point was them doing that objective was almost free in the sense that it actually was faster probably than doing the wave in the normal spot, and they got the points for it. So win-win situation.
Indeed. Just bulldozing down everything in their path.
Yeah, I don't even get a chance to talk about the larges before they just.
Yeah.
I know. You take a breath in, you're about to start, you push down your push to talk,
And
and
it's
they're gone.
They do have 2 FPs approaching the back lane, but they're split. So the first one I anticipate he's just going to get melted. Yep.
Yep. There it goes. Bye.
And there is a second one, and I anticipate he will get melted as well, because
fully loaded A12 and Deagles is a hell of a drug.
Yep. And that flesh pound stood no chance whatsoever. Not even going to be allowed to have a factor.
I blinked. Was there a flesh pound back there?
No, you didn't see anything there, Boris.
Just your imagination, my friend.
Nice thing about having a support on your lane there, Code is free to just shoot a Zed, and he doesn't even need to worry about, taking it out entirely, because if he messes up, free stumble from a certain DBS.
Indeed, yeah. Support is just honestly great for suppressive fire, right? He can basically enable Code to just be able to completely focus on larges only, and that's actually a lot more helpful than it sounds. In addition to that, not only can he do that, but he can also help him kill the larges. Like, support's also a pretty good large killer, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's a great combination they've got going on in the back lane right now.
Let's see if they get a bloat freeze off for Elmo.
In honor of Elmo.
Get some Elmo points on that.
Prop the Gorfiend.
A little bit of extra damage coming out from that FP there, but thanks to the med buffs from Jenny, that's not really going to be too much of a factor. I think that's like the first large they even let through their ranks. They've just been decimating them all the moment they appear.
I think they wanted to let the large just think he had a chance. And psych!
Give him a little bit of help.
They can't ruin their spirits, right?
Ooh, Wolf almost got knocked into a corner there. That would have been bad. And Z time, so that FP's gone.
Oh, dude, they just said get
Touchdown.
fucked to that.
Yeah,
That's a piece.
Yeah, this is some high level gameplay right here.
yeah, they're really Yolomancers are really putting on a show right now. This is some excellent stuff to watch here.
What's the bloody world come to?
Now we have our next objective finally, so I was indeed right. It is on wave 8, and this one's honestly probably, I don't know, like, the one on wave 10 is bad, but this is pretty bad as well, in my opinion.
But they're going for it. They must know the position. But man, this is gonna have the shortest amount of backup space. And unlike the
Yes.
room on the second floor there, they can't drop out of a window here if they get pushed.
This is a big balls
Indeed.
hold, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with every single thing you guys both just said. Like, it's just not, doesn't have a lot of room. The sight lines are low, right? It's just like the control room, right? With the window I was talking about, except there's no window, right? So if they mess up and they get pushed back, there's nowhere to go. You have to run through the Zeds. So this is very risky for sure.
If anybody can do it, though, the way they've been playing, I think they're going to pull it off.
Yeah, they've no doubt practiced this, right? I don't think they'd be going for it. And plus, just my personal knowledge of Jenny as a friend, like, I know she wouldn't go for this if they weren't sure. So they definitely have a plan. But yeah, man, this speed is just insane, this pace.
Does
They
the
get this
spawn,
objective.
does the
Oh,
spawn
go
in
for
the
it.
back there actually work, or is that just for show?
Are you talking about inside that restaurant itself?
Yeah.
No, it's just for show. Oh, actually, you know, I don't know. There might be a crawler spawn maybe in there, perhaps.
Because that, oh man, that could spell ruination if a crawler just sneaks up on everybody.
For sure. Absolutely. Like, that one crawler misplaced could absolutely make the difference there.
But yeah, these shots got to be on point. Oh, triple FP on the right side. They're lucky that gunslinger grenade didn't set them off.
Yeah, they actually got the stun, which is quite rare. Oh, this Fleshpound's getting through. He's going for Mastery, and unfortunately he's cutting through them now. So they're getting knocked out of position here.
Oh.
This is the problem right here.
Need to check
they're
a freeze here.
communicating, though. Nice.
Well, it looks like they're able to retake. Oh man, that
Yeah.
could have been disastrous.
Indeed, yeah, that was a little bit hairy, but Topwolf managed to get the freezes off in time, and also Jenny got a Corrupted Carbine shot off there as well, so that helped equalize things back out again. One more Fleshpound
taking
Rage,
a
though.
lot of hit from the crawler.
And the left side is getting a little bit... Oh, never mind, they got some Z time.
Almost at 70% completion.
Another... I might be wrong about this, but... Oh, actually, hang on a second.
Oh, that's going to be
Double
a
FP.
lot. Triple.
Triple? Oh, you're right, there is a third one.
DBG better get those extensions because they're going to need it.
Yeah, and it looks like Ryan came over to help out as well, so they should be having this down. Most likely, no problems. Yeah, so they did get that triple FP down. Great teamwork
Oh
there.
man, that was amazing.
Once again, I blinked and I missed it.
Ooh, Void almost getting killed by the quarter.
Very
That
close
was
there.
a close one, yeah.
He lives to see another day, and they keep that 100 health bonus points. 95% of the objective, so they're almost done, and they'll be able to leave if they want to. I don't anticipate them staying. I feel like it'd be way too risky. But then again, they might not decide to leave, though, because it would be dangerous to also
Yeah.
have it, so...
I think at this low amount of monsters, I think they're going to stick around.
Yeah, you might not be wrong about that.
Got one FP on the left and one Scrake. So, oh, two FPs. Nope, we got another triple.
Wow, yeah, you're right. There is another triple FP coming. And one thing about this right lane, or left lane, excuse me, at least left lane from looking outside, that's important to note is that they don't have a gunslinger on this side. And that's actually what I was about to say earlier, is that they actually have anchored 2 GSs on the right-hand side.
Ooh,
And this Fleshpound's gonna
boys.
crit.
Ooh, they got an FP in the rear. Let's hope Code can take him out.
Nice.
Code's got
and
this.
diamond.
Great situational awareness from Code the Void right there.
Oh, I thought that Husk was about to do something very dangerous. Oh, flamethrower.
2 more Fleshpounds, and that should be the end here. And they can just clean up these Scrakes.
I really thought that Husk was about to suicide. I thought they were about to have a pro Husk situation.
And I probably haven't complimented Jenny's medic skills enough. It's just that we're so used to her being such a high level, high skill medic. You know, we're used to.
Oh, Jenny just saved like everybody's lives over and over. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
once
normal.
again, another day. That's what she does.
Dude, yeah, it's actually insane. Like, there's so much stuff I want to talk about, but I just don't like want to. I don't want to take up all the airways. Like, there's so much stuff going on, but like, yeah, her situational awareness is absolutely insane. She's always looking everywhere all the time. It feels like she has eyeballs in the back of her head.
That
And
is the 100% benefit of being a medic, though, is since you don't really have to focus on, let's say, larges or really any prime targets, you get to swivel your head around as much as you want.
Unless you're playing pub games. Get a combat medic. No offense to combat medics.
Yeah, I've seen some decent ones in my time.
Yeah, I have too.
But no, yeah, she's just always so attentive. And one thing that she was doing that might not have been obvious that I wanted to point out was that she would specifically plant a corruption seed from the corrupted carbine on the right hand lane where the two gunslingers are, and that would take out all the trash so that they could focus on larges. And one other thing that I did want to mention about that hold we just watched, I just didn't want to like interrupt the other stuff going on, was that again they did have the two GSs, and I think the reason they did that was because gunslingers are a lot better in close quarters thanks to fanfire, whereas the other lane had a much longer sight line and they could actually deal with the larges at range. So
can I just point out again, this part-time, I'm amazed at this 27:55 at wave 9.
It's nuts, man. Absolutely insane time pacing. If anything, the main thing to take away from everything that I've been talking about is just like all of this run is so deliberate. You can tell they practice this. Like this is all pre-planned.
Oh yeah, they could do this in their sleep.
It's amazing to watch this unfold, man. Seriously. Like I'm very certain that I'm correct about what I said earlier about that hold. I'm almost certain that's what they did. That's super cool.
Ooh, nice stumble by Ryan.
Yeah, great FP kill there in the back lane from Diamond Dog and Code the Void.
And Jenny just walks right up and uses her gas. Keep them healed. Very nice.
She's also walking up with Airborne Agent, right? And she's using the passive gas to buff her teammates, which is also helping them.
It's just such pro gameplay here. I'm just in shock.
Yeah, this is something to behold for sure. Like I said earlier, this could honestly be meta-defining performance right here. I would not be surprised if other teams decide to take up after this. What would you say? Like their MO here, you know, with going for objectives and stuff. Just look at their points right now. Look at their score, 3,500 right now, and they're about to be done with the game soon. So
it was you know, everybody's joking about I blinked and I missed the FP. I blinked and missed the entire match.
No lie. No lie. I've been taking mental notes. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. It's like, wow, this is incredible skill.
That would be the balls to the wall team there, Elmo. Ooh, it looks like front's getting a lot of stuff though, but luckily Z time and nope, dropped it.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Oh.
They should be okay though. There's only one FP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like they're recovering easily enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're gonna be okay. And they got another Z time, and they should be able to get this other FP in the back here.
And the beauty of having a medic of this caliber on their team is they really can hold in places where they should have just gone, yeah, maybe we should kite. No, they could probably take back some pretty crazy things.
What did they do? Just take 3 steps back and just
that
was it?
Yeah.
I always say this, man, but healing gas is seriously just, it's so
underappreciated.
Good.
Yeah, it's great.
It's ridiculously powerful.
Hits. But by the time I say he took hits, he's already full health.
Yeah, they're doing a great job, right, of de-raging the FPs. Like, they had that re-rage earlier that I talked about, but that's honestly, like, the only time I've seen it so far. They've been, otherwise, doing everything perfectly, right? They back up after the Flush Pound gets done attacking, wait for a moment to not re-rage, and then they take it out. They're also not standing on top of each other. That's another mistake that a lot of players make, is they'll stack on top of one another. And when the Flush Pound hits one of them, they both take damage. But because they've been, you know, sort of holding in a loose formation, right, they're not taking multiple hits at once. poor Flesh Pound in the back lane is just getting railed. He's going to be a goner in a moment here. Ooh, oh, there it goes. They got it.
Good spacing by Ryan and Void, staying out of each other's line of sight, just melting it. And
Ooh,
everybody just doesn't help.
There's a time rage coming in the back lane. How did that happen? That's weird.
Oh, I didn't get the shot. You gotta hate it when that happens.
Yeah, he must have just barely missed a pellet or so. I'm not sure how that time rage happened there. I watched those FPs actually walk in, and they came from the very back of the map. I guess someone must have peeked, maybe.
They saw a big toe and got angry.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, didn't really do anything to them. They're unfazed by that at all.
They're like, oh, hey guys, there's a time rage. No big deal. Let's go melt its face.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're trying to speedrun this game anyway. Please come to us faster. We appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? There's wave 9 complete. One more wave remaining, and again, we're at barely over 30 minutes and over 1,000 points of time bonus. And we do have that final objective that I was referring to earlier. This one, I will not be surprised, and I will not hold it against them whatsoever if they don't go for it, because by far...
But this is Yolomancers, and they go YOLO, so I'm sure they're going to go for it. I'm 100% think they're going to go for it.
And overall, from all the different teams that we've seen play yesterday and today,
okay,
I'm just
maybe
so impressed
they're not.
by the different strategies that they're coming up with.
Yeah, for sure, Boris. This is absolutely... It's been such a treat, right, watching all these matches, because everybody has played completely differently so far. Like
The hold spot's been the same, but it's been anything but the same.
For sure, absolutely. Yeah, so it looks like they aren't going to go for it. Again, I don't blame them for that. That objective kind of sucks. Like, with this kind of score, if I were them, I would also just play it safe, honestly.
No lie.
Because they do need to kill the boss. That's something that we didn't mention earlier when we talked about bonuses and stuff. But right now they're sitting real nice and pretty at 3,400 points. They need to kill the boss, though, to secure those. If they were to wipe on the boss, they would only get 1,000. So I take it that they just want to protect their bonuses, which is completely respectable.
No gambler's fallacy here.
Yeah, no gambler's fallacy.
Poor Elmo. You can't call it out. But I gotta respect them protecting their investment. They, the way they played, you might as well protect it at this point.
For sure, yeah, absolutely. I just think it's the right move to make.
Oh, we got a quad pound coming on Ryan's side.
Oh, this will be interesting.
And no freezes on that side, so
maybe having a war room here in a moment here.
Yeah, I say we go.
We can't get these down. Yeah, let's go over there. Screw it. Let's go.
Oh shoot! Oh, look at all of them.
Losing front. Just shoot him.
Code.
Hello.
He's back.
We're collapsing. We got a lot of stuff.
Go.
There
was a quad pound by guy. Push out front.
Try to do the kite.
Like, were there? How heavy was it up front? There were 4 pounds behind you.
It wasn't that heavy, but it got heavier. Nobody was yelling for it.
Push out front, guys.
Oh, Scrake front.
Dude. Dude, they're freaking raining Scrake.
I don't know why there's so many ridge Scrakes.
I forgot my 101 tech W.
We've still got 230.
We should be shooting forward. There's so many left, dude.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we fight forward and then we try to do a hold at the main lane.
It's a lot of rages. I don't know if we can.
We can try.
It's just rage pound after rage shit.
What's the kite again?
Keep moving.
Yeah. What's the kite? We don't usually kite. This is the first time we've had to kite in. We haven't even kited in our practice runs.
Upstairs.
Yeah, get
Go
upstairs.
right.
Yeah, we haven't had a single kite in all of our practice runs. This is the first time.
Through second objective, onto the bridge, and then back.
Bridge.
I think we're outrunning everything.
We are.
I think there's probably a lot of strakes and floats. We might be able to reestablish how slow this is.
Let's just get back to the spot because.
Man, and I was hoping for sub 40. What the fuck?
I got nothing.
Like, were you like in the middle of like 3 different takedowns?
Keep moving.
double.
What do you mean? Like when?
I called freeze like 5 times.
Yeah, well, there was also 4 QPs and an FP in the front. And then,
Come on, T!
Just drop.
You got the split. You got the split.
Drop down. Either drop is fine.
Drop down there?
Well, that was very amazing that they were able to get out there with only 1 death.
How's that feel?
Yeah, that was very scary there. I thought there were going to be a lot more deaths than that, but great communication, keeping cooler, and also good healing from Jenny, right?
Yeah, very much. I had flashbacks back to the last team already.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Same.
And just to, I think Jenny even mentioned this the first time they had to kite, and still just calm as a cucumber, not letting anything rattle them.
But Void is now lacking a support to help him out.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is solo. They still have 137 Zeds left, right? So there's still plenty of time for things to go wrong still. They just have to, as long as they play it cool though, and if he's early, like, okay, so what he needs to do right now is not peek very often.
Yeah, he needs a backup to be where Elith was, I feel, but
yeah.
Then again, he's definitely going to need the space here.
For sure, I can respect that, but I absolutely agree though that the best way for him to play right now is to not peek the corner, because all it takes is a couple FPs seeing him at range, and then it's going to be another push again.
Right.
And as you guys heard Jenny talking about in the cons, you know, she wanted to get a faster time. And they did waste a lot of time by kiting there, right? So they did lose some TB there, unfortunately, as well as the HP points that they lost from Ryan dying. But I mean, come on, man, let's not kid ourselves here. This is still an insane score and an insane run. So,
ooh, we got triple quarter coming along. I think they're heading straight towards Master, or sorry, Code the Void.
yeah, they are going to be heading to the back. It looks like.
They were nice and used the stairs.
Oh, actually, wait a second. Did they turn?
No, they're going for Void.
Oh yeah, they are still going for him. They do have a double flush pound in the front though. But,
good thing he got. The nice thing is he actually got pushed out of the way of the view of an FP.
Oh man, there's a quad FP in the front lane, and there's a double QP and an FP in the back.
Ooh, this could get hairy.
Up.
EBG needs to get these extensions if he has them. This is gonna be clutch.
Once again, I'm tensing up. I'm sorry for being so quiet. I don't know what to say.
God, that could have been bad.
Yeah, TBG tried so hard to get that last extension, but unfortunately couldn't get the kill. But yeah, he did enough though, right? He managed to help his team get the majority of that push down. So now there's one more FP. Oh, someone almost got mic'd right there.
But luckily, all the healing, all the buffs, those buffs matter. And with that, Wave 10 is complete almost.
Over. Yeah.
Yep, sub 40 minutes, completion of Wave 10. That's insanely good. Just got to get this last flush pound, and then it's just cleanup after that.
Yep. Wow, that was that was amazingly handled.
It really was. I thought they might have to kite a second time.
Yeah.
Wasted a little bit more room, and I guess they psyched me out on that one. No, we're going right back.
Get wrecked, Boris.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That'll be a new bind. Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
So now we're going to be rolling into the boss wave, and the boss for this match will be Dr. Hans Volter himself. So,
Dr. Hans, the touch man, Volter.
Yeah, indeed. And one of the things about Hans, I said this last match as well, but one of the things about Hans is he can actually take quite a bit of your time because he loves to dodge. So I'll be interested to see if they have a defined strategy for this boss fight. It actually looks like they might be doing the strategy that we use in our run in the last tournament.
I would like just to add on that I'm not really used to seeing Dr. Hans Volter normally. Usually he has a couple sprays plastered over his face at this point.
Oh, they are, dude. They're doing the strategy that my team used in the Flux tournament. That's crazy. They must have seen that video or something then. Well, that's really cool. I wonder if they're going to do the... So if my memory serves me correctly here, what they're probably going to be doing here is they're going to avoid headshotting Hans because they want to trigger Z time when the trash is up during his shield phase. And then they're going to have the gunslingers come in with rhinos. I don't know if any of the gunslingers have rhinos right now. They may or may not. But where is Hans right now? He's just kind of off on an adventure.
Going after
he's following TBG.
Yeah, following TBG.
Oh, he needs to meet back up with the team so that they can get some DPS going on him. This is wasting a little bit of time here. Wow, that pathing though, that's actually really unfortunate, honestly. I'm trying to look at Topwolf here, and I'm trying to see if he is indeed avoiding getting headshots here. Yeah, he is. So they are doing the strategy I was talking about. That's really cool. So what they're going to do is they're going to wait until Z time, or sorry, they're going to wait until he activates his shield, and then they will initiate Z time and just go absolutely bonkers.
It looks like Master also has rhinos as well.
Yes, and Master is also, if you look above, he is waiting at the monolith up there. So what he's going to do is he's going to drop off with the buff, and combined with medic buffs from Jenny, is going to go ham and just go insane on him. Oh, but they triggered Z time early though. That's kind of unfortunate. I'm sure they didn't mean to do this early. I think maybe the trash triggered or something. So they had to actually initiate early. That's a little bit unfortunate, but not much they could have done there, I think.
Master's got the buff, so he can't be healed right now.
Yeah, indeed. And Diamond Dog's also a bit low, and he's also split. They could still lose bonus points during this run. Ooh, Diamond Dog is critical right now. He needs healing.
Yeah. Thanks.
Jenny getting on that there. So right now he's in yellow. He can throw HE grenades, and Ryan might run into them here, maybe, perhaps. Okay, no, he did wait. Oh, this is so dangerous.
Oh, very.
There we go. He finally managed to... Man, they almost lost another 100 health bonus there. That was close. But yeah, so what they wanted to happen there was they wanted Z time to trigger during the shield so that they could have used the Z time extensions to do a lot of damage. But unfortunately, that Claude or whatever that they killed actually triggered it, so that's kind of unfortunate. But again, they're going to end this match with almost 3k points, so I don't really think there's much to really complain about. Some larges did spawn, though. That's another thing about Hans. He can spawn larges, and they're already right on them. They came out of that little shop there.
Yeah, I hate that shop.
You need to get out of this zone as quickly as possible.
It's that same area I mentioned last game. I just absolutely hate having to... I like to move up the stairs as quickly as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Any of those... The underbelly area of the map is honestly... It's a no man's land, right? You never want to stay down there for any reason. We are going to have our heal coming off here. That's a little bit unfortunate. That's going to waste some more time. But it shouldn't be too bad in the grand scheme of things. What they need to be careful about coming up here is this ramp that they're about to walk up. Or, sorry, the stairs, excuse me.
Yes.
If Zed spawned there at the wrong moment, that could be very bad.
Especially if you can't see him.
Exactly. That top of the stairs getting up to that point. It's always so stressful.
Alright, we're getting down to red health. That's when he's the most dangerous.
Yes, indeed. Red health and yellow health. He will throw HE grenades, so they have to be careful coming up here.
Taking advantage of the Z time.
Oh, that Rhino damage is disgusting. Look at how fast the shield...
Just
gotta get the knockdown.
TVG has some amazing extensions right here. Look how far away he is.
I know.
That's all the way across the room. That was insanely cool. Great job right there. Look how much damage they did.
Go.
I know.
Holy crap, man.
That was insane.
And with that, I think Hans is done for.
Bye-bye, Hans. Yeah, that's the game.
That's a shame. That he is my absolute favorite boss, though, out of all of them, because he gives me hugs and he gives me candy.
Wow, man, that ending was awesome. That was absolutely insane from everybody. TBG got some really clutch extensions there at the end, and then everybody just piled on the damage. So you kind of saw what they were trying to do.
And that part time, even the time they had to kite, lose a little bit of time on the boss as well. Still 42-15, I believe.
Yes, I think it was 42-15. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Their final score was 28-65, which is by far the highest score we've seen so far. So, yeah, wow, man, that was absolutely insane.
Very impressive, extremely impressive.
And there were only very few points where it looked like it got a little bit hairy. They just recovered, went right back to it. I keep saying cool as a cucumber, but how else do you describe it?
Well, sure. I don't even need to like say anything. I already know who my MVP is.
I would say Jenny.
Yeah.
That was incredible, but as usual, like I said earlier, as usual, incredible medic.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That run, like, I would say that again. She told me before the match. Her exact words to me were, "Look out for something interesting," and I would say that they definitely delivered on that front. That was just such a spectacular show coming out from Yolomancers. 2865. That's insane. That's almost 1,000 points more than the second place. So just wow. I'm gonna go ahead and get them over here in the channel so we can interview them. So just give me one moment, and then we can get this underway. Hello, guys.
Hello.
I would like to state for the record, that was the bad run.
Yeah, that was the worst one we've had so far.
I couldn't tell.
I think we heard you say that was the first time you had to kite, but it was still amazing.
We didn't kite a single time during practice, ever.
Well, I guess the FPs heard you and decided, nah, we're going to come in full force.
They called debuffs on the back, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll go debuff. And then there were 4 flesh pounds that were all angry, and I called freeze like 5 times, but Topwolf was busy up front and couldn't throw one. I cannot believe the only person who died in a collapse that bad was Ryan.
I was actually going to say that. The fact that only Ryan died during that whole kerfuffle was just amazing.
Yeah, guys, that was honestly, I was telling the stream about how, you gave me a hint about what was to come, and I'm just gonna say straight up that you guys definitely delivered. I was in awe that entire match, honestly.
We almost got 3K, dude. We were so close. If we hadn't gotten the bad Hans spawn or 2 deaths, that would have been 3K.
Yeah, for sure.
The only reason that Hans fight went so bad was because that was the first time we ever had it go to TBG. That didn't even happen in practice.
Yeah, it was just some weird, I was confused about it too, because I actually, I was telling everybody, because I personally know the strategy because I came up with it. And when I saw you guys doing it, I was like, no way, they're going to do my strat. That's awesome. And
I mean, we kind of did it at the end.
Yeah, you did at the end. That was awesome at the end. It was so cool to watch that. But yeah, unfortunately, though, the pathing just coming through the jankiness of KF2.
Our best fight with Hans was less than 90 seconds.
Sounds about right.
We got straight to red phase.
Great stuff, though.
That was such... okay, aside from Hans and that kite, except for those 2 things, that actually might have been the best run we've done, up to those points. Pre-wave 10, that was one of the best runs we'd ever done.
Well, you should be happy to know that you are the best run so far. So.
Yeah, by a lot, too. You guys just absolutely set the bar right there. I would not be surprised if that was meta-defining, right? I wouldn't be surprised if more teams started.
If we had pulled off optimally, if he had gotten a 40 flat, it would have been about 3,200, and if he had gotten a 35, it would have been 3,500.
Wow, that's bonkers.
I would also like to mention that the stoner was part of the plan.
Yes, y'all were talking about eat lead earlier, and we were like, oh, we're talking about stoner.
Nah, I'd fuck eat lead. I'm not using eat lead. I was using the other one.
Yeah, we decided that it would be faster for him to buy a stoner than to fill his spares, so he just buys a stoner instead of filling spares.
Those were some insane extensions. Really good job, TBG.
Oh yeah, dude, there were some clutch moments in there. The whole team was absolutely on their game almost the entire game.
Yeah, Void did a phenomenal job. Diamond was melting as support. Topwolf, what can you...
Topwolf was on that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Except for the freeze in the back that we needed when he was busy.
That was unfortunate. Yeah.
Honestly,
Topwolf
that was
really cracked.
That was actually one of the most comfortable office holds we've done, as well as one of the most... I wouldn't say it's one of the most comfortable restaurant holds. That one was a little scuffed, but it wasn't that bad.
For sure.
Yeah,
we could not tell. We could not tell.
Yeah, you made those... we kept on looking at some of those holds. We're like, oh man, that looks iffy, but then you guys came in and made it look like, man, I want to hold there. That looks like an easy hold.
Yeah, the only reason we didn't do the one upstairs is because we couldn't get the LOS strats to work where it would block all larges from the noodle shop side. Because we had found a spot where I could stand and a spot where TBG could stand that would block 80 to 90% of the spawn volumes on that side of the map. But they would still spawn a couple of larges across the bridge, and it was just too heavy to deal with that. And I wanted to see if running Goblin debuffs could make that difference, but we didn't get to practice it, so we decided to skip.
I see. Yeah, I wasn't surprised you guys didn't go for that because like when I picked the objectives, I was like, this is kind of mean. I'm not gonna lie, but
that
was
the
wave
only
10,
one
right?
that we were scared of.
Yeah, I don't blame you for sure whatsoever. That's definitely risky, especially because like at that point, right? You guys are rolling in with such a good amount of points. It's not worth risking it all, right?
No.
Yeah, wow, man. I honestly, like, okay, I'm just gonna say this.
It's so funny that the first collapse wasn't even on on an objective. It was the hold.
Sure.
Actually, you know what's funny? We did not dedicated practice that hold at all. We only practiced it during full runs. We only practiced objectives.
That's honestly pretty impressive then. Wait, so you only practice so hold on a second. So if I understand what you just said, when you guys were practicing just individual waves, you only did holds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty impressive then. So the rest of it was just filling in and trusting each other and like the synergy.
I know that it didn't seem like it, but we did practice that boss for 2 days.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
When the tiny speed bump went away, yeah, you guys basically destroyed them.
Yeah. And by the way, TBG, that was some excellent extensions at the end. By the way, that was freaking awesome to watch. That I had like
TBG clutched it so hard there. Yeah. TBG, when that happened, TBG was like, I don't know what I'm shooting, but I'm getting extensions.
I'm just fucking sitting there. It's like I see health bars. I don't know if it's a flesh pound or not. And I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah, with all that gas, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Speaking of gas, dude, Corruptor Carbine is so good. It's hard to use, but if you're good with it, it's absolutely incredible.
That coupled with your airborne agent, it was just
oh yeah.
And then on that objective hold in the back, the U shape, I forget what you call that. Just watching you flex left and right as you were needed, that was incredible.
That was specifically for debuffs. I wasn't really helping for damage. But yeah, the flexing for debuffs was really important because that right lane it's sporadic, but when it gets heavy, it gets rough.
We did see it get heavy a couple of times, but y'all made quick work with it.
So yeah, there was some point where somebody was like, went from not like this to seems good.
Yeah,
Doom calling me an anchor.
I think I don't know how to describe this area, but I think it's the one that Boris just mentioned. But it's like near that supermarket or that little restaurant or something in the back. It's like got 2 lanes.
The Wave 8 objective.
The Wave 8 objective, yeah.
Yeah, we just call that the corner hold because it's in the corner of the map.
Yeah, I don't actually really know how to describe it, but I actually had a question about that.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I was right, but I noticed you guys had 2 gunslingers on the short side, like where the visibility was short, you know, near the corner.
Yep.
Was that intentional because you reasoned that gunslingers can deal with those close range threats a lot easier than the sharp could in that time?
That was reasoned because I figured that it would be best to have Topwolf and Ryan on a lane together. And that left lane was just so free for them that it was actually mostly considering Ryan and Topwolf being together than the Slingers. The Slingers just kind of ended up on a lane together.
Huh, okay.
When we were first trying that and we hadn't figured out who was there, we actually had Ryan on the right side with Master, and then we eventually had Ryan and Code swap, and it locked.
I see. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like that's actually cool. I'm glad I asked that question then, because I actually would say that just from an overall perspective, from like the optimization standpoint, that was the right move, right? Because you had the 2 gunslingers on the right, and they can deal with threats a lot closer than sharpshooter can, where you need, like it just was honestly perfect to have Top on the left, because when the FPs walk out, he has so much room to see them and flank away, right?
Yeah, and I was calling out all of my debuffs on that lane too, because I could debuff them so early.
Yeah, that was awesome. That worked out wonderfully for you guys. That was cool to see that. And also another thing, by the way, I was really impressed by the fact that you guys actually were the first team to actually realize that you don't have to have everybody in the zone. So putting, what was it, TBG and I think Master outside of the zone from the cafe.
Yeah. We knew that hold was going to suck if we didn't do that. But we actually, what's funny is during practice, we realized that if we leave them out there until the end of the wave, we actually don't get enough kills in the zone. So we actually call them back.
Yeah, we noticed that.
Yeah, we noticed that.
Yeah, we noticed that too. That was so smart, honestly. Like that was extreme. I as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what you guys were doing. And that was
because
really, really
I knew that they could hold it. Because like, here's the thing, right? We had a couple times during practice where they would start collapsing a bit because they were getting a lot of re-rages and they weren't deraging. And then we had a short chat about deraging and staggering the flesh pounds on that lane, and they didn't collapse a single time after that. Like once they were like staggering their derages, it was all clear.
That's excellent. And also, by the way, Ryan wanted me to call out his Wave 8 Flush Pound kill. I did see that, in fact. That was pretty awesome. So great stuff.
I missed it. Oh, wait, was it the one that went into the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get a good
my god,
angle on that.
I
wish
did
you were-
see that.
I wish you were in War Room because of that, because everybody absolutely lost it because of the noise that he made.
Yeah, it was great to watch from a spectator perspective.
Dude, I wish you'd done War Room. Did you do War Room on Wave 8?
I believe it was, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
we did.
we were absolutely like losing it, laughing in the VC during the latter half of that wave. Like,
We didn't
weren't,
catch
we,
that
were,
kill,
we
though.
weren't even taking it that seriously.
I know we did it on the kite, and you lost one. And I was even saying, everybody called out what good comms y'all had, but just I kept saying it. Cool as cucumbers, not letting anything get to them.
I can't believe Code didn't die. Like, I ran out of darts healing him like 3 times, and he fell behind.
Luckily, none of the Zeds, wanted to touch him.
Yeah.
Probably some of what does Ryan say? He's greasy. So
Yeah.
a little bit of grease came off.
Not sweaty, I'm greasy.
Were you in there when I was joking about forgiving Ryan?
I don't
No,
think so.
I don't
No.
think we were. We left like I think right before all that stuff went down. Actually,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
after Ryan died on Wave 2, I just started saying that if nobody else dies for the rest of the game, I'll forgive Ryan for that. And then Ryan died on Wave 10. Or was it 9? I think it was 10.
Did he? Wait,
He died on one of those waves.
I think it was 9 because on 10
Yeah,
he
9.
almost died on 10. Like you barely saved him. It was when you guys were about to initiate the kite, and
Yeah.
like Hans got in the way. He was like between you guys. That was really scary too because if he aggro swapped onto Ryan, that just would have been a death.
But because of how good the rest of the run, I'll forgive Ryan. It was a good run.
It was an excellent
I
run.
can't believe I hit my bind. I'm sorry.
Oh, I loved it. I was going to say, I was wondering, should I say, I was dying laughing at the fight. I couldn't even speak.
It's right next to my $500 toss bind.
Sorry, I think I'm
I
gonna have
personally
to...
loved it.
It's right next to the bind I have that tosses 500 dosh. So I'm trying to toss money, and I fat fingered that.
Unfortunately, I think that's gonna have to go. We're gonna have to review that, and we may have to consider a ban.
Shut the fuck up, Tamari.
At least a few points
It's,
deduction, right?
You're gonna
Yeah,
join the
dude.
club alongside Newt here.
But yeah, I wasn't talking to my team at all, dude. We were fucking rocking, dude. Everyone was
You
doing
really
great.
were. You really were.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here and like, I got this left, I got this right. Don't shoot that, and then
Dude.
someone shoot it. I'm just like, okay.
Okay, real talk. There were some really great moments where TBG was listening in on comms, and I would call out a Zed, and he would extend on it immediately. Like, he was so good about that.
Yeah,
I
it
think I
was
even
very
called out an
impressive.
FP body at once that just happened to be available, and he got it.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna shoot it, so I was going to leave it. I was like, I kind of need this.
No, yeah, I called it for you.
Oh,
So you made the
Well, I
right
got it.
call. Yeah. Yeah, dude, you did great.
Very good, actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane, you guys. That was seriously really good. Like I feel
Hans
like
is
we've
a
said that a
bastard,
million
but that
times.
run was
but
good.
yeah, it wasn't just good. It was great. It was amazing. Even like I said again, that I think is going to be possibly meta defining. I would not be surprised if in round 2 if we see more teams adopting that strategy. So you may have some more competition coming up here now. Perhaps you never know. I guess
And
it
here's
just
the
depends
thing
on
is
what
that
they
you
do.
can still beat us by going for time bonus no medic if you're really fast.
swap medic.
Like I did the math on it, and I think it was like if we had a perfect run that got a 40 flat, a 3200 score, to beat that with no medic, you would need a sub 42 or 41 on no medic. And no deaths.
Mm.
So like it's still possible if you speed run really cleanly, but objectives are a lot more fun in my opinion.
Yeah, and they're quite viable too, right? 200 points is quite a bit. That's not.
yeah.
It's
And
not
the
an
thing is that
insignificant
because a
amount.
lot of them are really crunched, they're really fast. They're so fast. Like I think we were on pace for like a 38 or 39 on wave 9, and then we had to kite and lost a ton of time.
Yeah, that was
like,
really unfortunate.
We could have sub 40'd if we had gotten a better Hans. Like there's like 3 different things where it's like that I gone right or that I gone right. and it's just like we got so many other things right that I can't be upset.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the chaos, it doesn't really matter how bad it went because, man, you guys got a good score out of this.
Yep.
Yeah, and definitely that's going to give you a nice buffer, right, going into round 2.
Yep.
Because you know, for everybody's sake, since we haven't actually really talked about this, the qualification for playoff is going to involve the total of your first 3 matches together. So you know, this score and then the score of the next 2 matches combined. So right now you've posted basically a 3K almost. So that's going to give you a great buffer going into the next round, right? So yeah, I definitely think. I mean, it's normal, right, to think about things you could have done better. I think that's important, actually. In fact,
but it's good that you're also running the math.
You're also thinking about it in a positive sense, and just, you know, there's really nothing to be upset about. I feel overall, you guys did a great job.
Yeah. So Ethereal just ran the math in chat. So no medic bonus with no deaths, no objectives requires a full 9 minutes of time bonus. So they need a sub 41.
Which is totally possible to do, honestly.
Oh yeah. It would just be kind of rough because you'd have no buffs. You'd have to like speed the hell out of your hold. You'd have to have like 0 time in your traders. But it's doable.
I would also recommend for anyone who's playing Commando, you don't have to run the same skills all game. Because I definitely was switching between Eat Lead and...
yeah. Did you notice the like ridiculous trader we had on after wave 1?
The one after Ryan had to get a shotgun back?
Yeah, I do like 6 things during the trader, because like everyone goes to the trader in the station. I give Topwolf about 500 to 600 for freezes and M14 ammo, and then I give the rest of my money to TBG so he can speed AK, and then I give ammo to Ryan because Ryan can give me both of his shotguns without fiddling with my weight. So I actually had 0 dosh after wave 1, I'm pretty sure, and that's by design.
Medic giving out money? That's a weird strat.
No, yeah, like I skip 401 or I skip Goblin on wave 1 and just set up the team because except for the fact that Ryan died, that hold normally isn't the problem. That was
Ryan,
actually an anomaly.
You have to go and die, Ryan. Jeez.
God.
Ryan, I promise.
No, I actually hadn't noticed that though. I didn't notice that until you mentioned it just now. So I think that's really cool. That's really cool.
And then on wave 2, I asked for a little bit of money to get my Goblin, and then I forgot to buy my 101 again later because I have 1 spare weight because Goblin plus Carbine is 14.
Gotcha.
And I almost lost code to that actually because I was running out of darts.
Big oof.
Yeah,
I probably made it running 401, but I just like, I need the damage. It's just not going to do anything.
Yeah, and I had you guys really. Like, we were good. I was running out of grenades, by the way. The Carbine does not replace grenades. You will still use them.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say real quick, Nick? I heard you. You were about to say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna continue on the fact that when you go to pull out that pistol heel, suddenly, it's just a normal 9mm.
Oh, did you see me do that? Because I actually did do that.
God,
yeah.
I hate when that happens.
I pulled out my 9mm. I'm like, oh wait, this isn't a heel. But funny. I was able to keep him up at least.
But just to go on, do you guys have any, would you say was probably MVP in your group?
To be honest, I'm so used to seeing Ginny play at such a high level. Just to break tradition, even though she did phenomenal.
You're welcome to exempt me if you feel like it.
Only because you're always phenomenal. I'm going to say TBG with the extensions.
TBG did great, dude.
I am sadly not going to break convention, and I'm going to give my MVP reward to you, Jenny, because you were doing some very good clutch heals there.
Yeah, I also have to reflect what Nick said, and of course that's in no, I don't mean that to be demeaning to anybody else. You guys all did freaking amazing, but yeah, I also have to go with Medic because it just simply wouldn't have worked in certain circumstances without having those clutch heals, and also you having eyeballs in the back of your head basically allowed people to die when they might have otherwise died, or not die. Sorry, when they otherwise would have.
What type of medic are you been looking at?
I'm going
sabotaging a teammate.
My team is only allowed to be deadent. There is no death, only deadent. If I had to give MVP to anyone on my team, I would probably toss up between TBG and Topwolf, because they were just so good on those extensions, and everyone else was working with them so well. The two of them in particular stood out to me really hard. But Master did some really good flexing on the back lane too, which was nice.
Well, you really all did such a phenomenal job just firing off on all cylinders. But you definitely were the anchor.
Yeah.
Wow, that was incredible.
We had no sandbags on this team. Everybody was pulling their weight and then some.
No lie.
Yeah, that was definitely apparent. Like we could tell too. Like everything was rehearsed. Like it's just everything was so deliberate. It felt very systematic.
Dancing with the stars.
You know?
Yeah.
What about you, TBG? What would you say for MVP?
I mean, probably top. We need those. We definitely need those freezes and those extensions. If we didn't freeze a couple of strikes of fresh pounds, I probably could have extended off of them, and it would have been bad.
I would like to actually give a specifically special shout out to the fact that Ryan was running support, because Ryan running support made those holds so much easier because we didn't have to buy spares for any of them almost. Like, the only times we bought spares for the Wave 6 objective, and only I think Topwolf and maybe Ryan bought spares, and then people bought spares for Wave 8. But because of Ryan having support, everyone was able to just skip on spares for most of those holds and be comfortable on ammo.
Yeah, I mean, support resupply pack is really good, right?
Yeah, resupply pack saved us a bunch of time on doing spares.
And you can swap skills freely, right? So there's nothing stopping you from swapping to resupply so people can get ammo off you, and then you swap back to, conk rounds? And I'm not surprised, too, that Ryan, of all people, was, utilizing that, because that's what we did in the Flux tournament when Ryan was on my team for that. So that's definitely not surprising to me. It's very effective.
Who on my team is Pocket? Who is that? Saying they didn't have spares till Wave 7. Oh, that's Ryan, not having spares till Wave 7?
That was Ryan, yep.
Yeah, we did not buy spares until very late game. Because after Wave 8 is when we actually settle into the hold. So we usually had people buy spares on Wave 7. 7 and after 8, and then that's just for the hold to set up.
It saves a lot of time, right? That's something that I was talking about in the previous match, which was TSG 69. I was talking about how the biggest time loss in this tournament, and honestly in general, but in this tournament especially, is Trader, number 1, and kiting,
and also Hans.
And also Hans, yeah, because Hans could be a major asshole with his dodging. But Trader is actually one of the biggest time losses.
I meant him aggroing to the wrong person.
Oh, that too, yeah. I mean, honestly, that was... we were, looking for him, where is he? Where's Hans at?
Yeah, and when he didn't drop down after about 5 seconds, everyone was like, wait, this isn't right.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Yep.
I wanted to give, real quick, ZeElmo a chance to ask some questions, if he had any, perhaps.
I have basically just been zoned out, just sitting here listening to voices. So
that's okay.
I am not quite sure what has already been going on. I've just been.
I know what you want to ask.
My own world.
You wanted to ask why they didn't freeze the bloat?
Yeah, why didn't you freeze the headless bloats, man?
we did freeze a couple of headless bloats. Okay, there were a few.
Okay, but any Gorfine preps though?
No.
Actually, for me,
I will say that I did prep some Gorfines for myself, and then I couldn't get them because I'm wondering, wait, he's got no head. Why isn't he dead?
There were actually a couple of Gorfine setups for me. The Gorfine setups for me was mostly because during the restaurant hold on Wave 5, Ryan is on that right lane, and I actually sometimes let him allow a single trash set in so I can seed kill it and give buffs to the rest of the people in the hold.
That's smart. Yeah, that's really cool. I really enjoyed watching you working with the carbine, especially. Because it is
not very often somebody pulls that up.
It's such a high-level weapon if you can use it right, dude. It's so fun.
Yeah, for sure. It's really cool.
And I killed a couple of Sprakes with it, too, which is fun.
I do have one question. TBG, when you saw that Hans was real close to you.
So we started, and I'm running to the point, and I'm like, something feels off. And then I hear the footsteps, and I'm like, they sound really close. So I stopped, turned around, and then I saw just a glimpse of Hans coming through the corner. I was like, ah, shit. Of course.
Yeah.
The one time that we need him to not.
So we wanted you to kite up to the bridge. What happened there? Did you get knocked down?
I was going up to the bridge, and then he got a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have been able to make it around the corner. I'm losing a lot of health. So it's like, fuck, I gotta go downstairs. So then I went around and went towards the escalator.
Yeah, it's probably better that you did that than risk death, because it would take a lot longer than the time it took us to get to him than to lose 100 seconds.
And the health bonus on top of that. Yeah, I was watching that, and he actually just like didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, that was the play.
But I mean, hey, like, you know, that's the nature of KF2, right? Like, as much as I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. As much as we try to control the random aspects of the game through CD, there's still quite a bit of inherent RNG in KF2.
You still have to be ready for anything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Part of the skill of this game, right, in my opinion anyway, is adaptation, right? It's how can you adapt to the changing odds? And I think you guys did a really great job of making ends meet, you know, when things didn't go the way that you expected them to. Because it was so obvious that you mapped out everything. Like, you had a battle plan for every single aspect of this match.
Dude, I wrote like 200 or 300 word block of text that was just trader routing.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
Not only that, but the nice thing is, so far, seems that almost every team has gotten a quint or even bigger flesh pound pack on Wave 10.
Dude, I can't believe we actually pushed out front. That never happens, and it's so scary too.
Oh yeah,
pushing out front there is insane, especially for our only kite to be a front push, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely
you gotta flex a bit, you know.
Yeah, you guys did a fair amount of flexing this run, that's for sure, with that score. So once again, man,
bought a gun I never used.
That was just so cool to watch. I'm really excited to see. I do want to start moving toward wrapping this up so we can, because we have been like going. We're a little bit over time now, but I just did want to say one last time for me, and then this will be it for my segment. Is I'm really looking forward to seeing round 2, you guys. Like, that was so cool, and even if you didn't do the same thing, which I kind of feel like I know the answer to that already, but like even if you didn't, just the level of like coordination and planning is so awesome. Like, that's honestly like what I was like envisioning, right? When I was designing the scoring system, I was envisioning people sitting down and doing what you guys did and using debug mode and planning everything out. Like, and I'm not saying that no one else did that, by the way. I don't mean that in a negative way to anybody else. I just mean seeing that actually unfolding and it being so obvious, and then now you're telling us and confirming that. That's so awesome. So I'm very excited about round 2.
No, yeah, like we went into debug mode and looked at every single spawn volume on the second floor and found 2 spots to LOS almost all of it.
You should have seen
it almost
the amount
worked.
of stuff we were
So
doing.
cool. It was so cool. I'm so sad it didn't work.
Like, Jenny's just like, ooh, stand here. I stood there. Something else happened. Okay, stand here. I stood there. Something else happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Okay,
like 5
stand
times.
right here and look down this little slit of a hole.
Yeah,
Something else happened. All right, fuck this.
Worked.
It worked up until it didn't, and we were just like, okay, fuck this.
Yeah, it worked until you got a triple flesh pound like 2/3 of the way into the wave, and we're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, like it's not worth it at that point, I guess, right? Because then if it happens, and then it could go really bad. I understand.
Exactly.
That. Yeah, that's really awesome.
We were even I was experimenting at least with using sentinels, and it just.
Yeah. Actually, what was fun was actually when we were trying that. What was I saying?
Something about sentinels.
Right. When we were doing that, I was actually putting a sentinel behind me because there was only one medium spawn that would come up behind me, and it would just kill all of them, and I could focus on healing.
Yeah, that was really cool to see you guys experimenting, or well, not experiment. I mean, you experimented before, but I meant in the match, like utilizing. That was the word I was looking for. Line of sight blocks, right? And understanding that the spawners in this game can be blocked by looking at them, or at least most of them can, and using that to your advantage to manipulate and control the influx of Zeds, right, in your favor. And that was really
actually,
cool.
We did do a little bit of spawn manipulation on the escalator hold, because if we hold really far forwards in that, they tend to not spawn across the bridge.
Yeah, we noticed that as well. Yeah, that we were actually talking about that because we were like, how come they're not in the other end? And I actually I was the one that said it. I was like, I think they're just doing that because if they're not nearby it, nothing will spawn there. And that's a really good insight. Like, that's really cool that you guys figured that out, you know?
Actually, somebody on the team already knew that. I forget who, but they told us about it, and it worked out.
Cool. That was awesome.
It was probably Topwolf or Ryan, I would have to guess.
So does anybody?
Yeah.
There's something else, but I'm forgetting.
I was just gonna say I wanted to give one more last chance to the commentators specifically. So Nick and Boris and Elmo as well, if he wants to. Just some last second questions, and then I'd like to move toward wrapping up after that.
I got nothing else to say. This is other than great job. I mean that's about it.
Because he's saying it in chat, and I want people to know, Code was the one who told me because he learned it from Ethereal Doom.
Nice. It's really good insight. That's pretty cool. It made a big difference, right? For sure.
Oh, now I remember what I wanted to say. Another useful thing your debug did for us was Topwolf missed practice yesterday. So what we did was we practiced the escalator hold with Wolf's solo lane disabled on the nav, and we were able to do it without the freezes pretty reliably.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, thank Force for that, honestly. Like, Force is the one that put that all together. But I'm really, really happy that it was useful for you guys.
Yeah, I just went over and disabled the nav nodes on his lane, and everyone else just did their thing.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys got some good use out of that. Seriously, that's really cool.
Yep.
Boris, did you have anything else that you wanted to add, sir?
I was just going to thank Ethereal for pointing that out to Code, because I just saw that in chat. I'm sorry. No, really, really good job by you guys. I'm just blown away by how well you did, and really glad for you.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that whatsoever. That was just such a fun sight to behold. It was really awesome, guys. Elmo, did you have anything you wanted to add, sir, before we wrap up?
I do not really have anything, no, unfortunately.
No problem. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the interview segment there. So I'm gonna send you guys on your way. But I wanted to personally thank both of you guys for coming in today and talking with us. It's been really fun listening to your guys' insight about like the strategies and the match and all that. And then also thank you for the match itself. We actually hit over 50 viewers during that stream, by the way, guys. So massive,
nice.
That's
like
insane.
8 or 9 of my friends tuned in.
Yeah, that was freaking awesome.
Love you guys.
We love everybody, right, for joining.
We do, and they definitely got a good show.
Absolutely. Sorry, Elmo, what were you gonna say?
I've been sort of kind of watching it. I think I saw 57 peak.
Wow, that's insane. That's even higher than earlier.
Awesome. That's
that's great stuff. So thank you so much to both of you guys and to your team, Team Yolomancers, for putting on such an amazing show. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the interview for now. So we'll see you guys rather in the next match.
Congrats, guys.
Gotcha. Thank
you. Congratulations, guys.
Well played.
Remember, the best meta is no meta. So watch for Vermont's Gaming next wave.
Okay. Yeah, we'll watch for that for sure. All right, so that's going to conclude today's cast, everybody. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. As Elmo pointed out, we almost had 60 viewers. That's absolutely insane. I'm pretty emotional even hearing that, because we've all put in so much work putting this tournament on, and to hear or to see that many people interested in enjoying watching it really means a lot to me personally. So thank you everybody so much for coming out, and I really hope you all had fun. There is one more match today that I did want to point out, and that will be with Team Uwu, and I believe that is at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and will be taking place on Boris' stream. Yeah, 3.5 hours from now, from right now. So perhaps, Boris, if you don't mind real quick, while I'm closing out here, if you could write the link to your stream in the chat. So that
he
way
actually cannot. I will fix that.
Or you could do it, Elmo, if you want. But just so the viewers know where the next game is going to be taking place. So there will be another game today, 3.5 hours from now. Team Uwu will be playing, again, Hellmark Station, and we will all be back there as well. Boris will be the cameraman for that. So we hope to see some of you guys there. And again, thank you so much for coming out. Hope you had fun. What were you going to say, Elmo? Sorry.
No, it's just my things are not working the way I want them to work.
There it goes. It looks like Code went ahead and got you covered there.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Perfect.
Thank you, Code. Yeah, so Code Void just pasted the link for the upcoming match. We'll be at that stream again one more time, 3.5 hours from now. So come catch us over there at that time, and I'm sure that match is going to be just as fun as this one was. So with that, I'm officially going to end this cast. So thank you again, everybody. You all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys in the next match. Take care.